Between the Sheets. I'm your host, Pixie, and with me is...
No.
Welcome, No-No. It's always exciting to have you here with us.
It is.
I love it. This is the show where we dive headfirst into the deep, dark world of smut. Desires, yes. And you can be sure to follow us on all of our social media accounts, which are in the description of the show below. You can always contact us on heatbetweenthesheets@gmail.com or find us on our website, which you will find in the description below as well.
Yay, us.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
We're everywhere.
Everywhere.
Everywhere, girl. And this is, again, the warning label was there. The trigger warning was labeled before the show started. But in case you missed it, this show is for 18 and over mature audiences. So, and it is for entertainment purposes, 100%. And it contains topics that contain possible triggers such as rape, torture, stalking, abuse, suicide, human trafficking, multiple partners, same-sex partners.
Why'd you look at me when you said that?
From last show, life is all about variety. Mm-hmm. So I'm open to whatever. There's lots of graphic content and language and so much more. So if you're under 18, this is your opportunity to get out. Bye, Felicia. Okay. So if you're still here, you must be 18 or over. And if you're not, that's your parents' problem, not ours. Bye.
We don't want to hear it.
Yes, not at all. So I do want to start us off today with a did you know?
Oh, I love these.
I know, yes. Get used to them.
Okay, I like them. Go.
Okay. Did you know that the name Sean, S-E-A-N, can be spelled in at least 7 different ways, including S-H-A-W-N,
okay,
S-H-A-U-N, S-E-A with a tilde, N, Shane, S-H-A-N-E, which I think would be Shane.
It's Shane.
But according to this, it's Sean.
It's not.
I'm going to agree with you on that one.
It's not. And ask any teacher that calls that name. They're going to read it Shane.
I don't know. According to that skit, it could be something like Shanae. I mean, who knows?
True,
right. And then Sean, S-H-O with a little caret thing over the O-N. And Sean, S-I-O-N.
No.
Yeah, girl. So names. So despite the variations, they all generally stem from the Irish name Sean, S-E-A-N, meaning God is gracious. Pretty wild how one name can take on so many forms.
God would not be gracious to have it spelled so many different ways. No.
Yeah, so let's talk about names because I have issues with names in books. Obviously, because that's what we're talking about, right?
Right.
Yeah. So I have an issue with, we're in 2025.
We are.
Correct. And I think that so many people out there think that they need to be unique, right? We're all unique to a degree, but parents and stuff, they start naming their kids these names and they really try to emphasize and get weird with the spellings, and then it gets obnoxious. And to some authors, they get, and I'm not talking about the fantasy books out there where the names are obviously not real names because they're creative fake names. I'm talking about real character names, and they've spelled them weird. And then you're like, how do you say that?
Okay.
I hate that. So then I will fight with myself and argue with myself because I'm an arguer. I like to argue. And I'll even argue. I know. And I will argue with myself, and I will play devil's advocate. So there's one book in particular that this started, I think, with me. And then I really started looking at names because I don't know why this particular book stood out to me, but Descent by Sam Mariano. Okay. Has a book. And she spells the female character name Hallee.
Hallee.
Yes. So the first time I came across this in the book, I literally stopped and I was like, whoa, is this Hallie or Haley? Because the character itself, herself, she could have taken on the persona of either. She could have been a Haley. She could have been a Hallie. I don't know. So I tested it out of my tongue, in my head, of course, because I don't read out loud.
What?
I mean, don't get me wrong. There are some passages in books I'll read out loud to my family, and they're like, "What the hell is wrong with you?" And I'm like, "It's so great."
Sharing is caring.
Yeah. My poor children are traumatized. They're adults though. So I tested this out through one chapter, and then I'm like, let's just try when we get to the next one where she's prominent in this story, and then I tried the other way. And I probably did this through about 4 chapters before I'm like, screw it. And I just pick a name and then go with it. And I've read this book probably 4 or 5 times, and every time I read it, I do this to myself on that book. Yeah, I have issues.
Why?
I don't know, but it's an issue I have. And yes, okay, so there are tricks that you could probably go Google how to say the name, but I don't read on my phone, so I'm not going to stop and do that. I read on a Kindle Fire, which means I would have to get out of my book, log into Google. It's just not something
I mean, that
do.
would be an awful 5 seconds worth of work to do.
Yeah, to me, it just was more entertaining to argue with myself over
so easier than arguing with yourself for 5 chapters, but okay.
Yeah, but sometimes she felt like a Haley, sometimes a Hallie.
So what did you land on then?
Both.
I don't know that's how it works.
I know, and it's frustrating because I sadly don't know how to say it still. I mean, if I wanted to download the audiobook, I could hear how it sounds, but I don't do that either. Because most of those you have to pay for, and they're not cheap.
Yeah.
And I'm not rich yet. No, almost a girl. Hopefully.
Okay, so
how would you say that name? I mean, you read the book. What do you do when you come across a name that's a normal name? Because that's obviously a normal name. It's not some weird, obscure name. How do you handle those?
So we took the color personality test, right?
Yeah, we did.
And I'm a blue.
You are. You have feelings.
You don't seem to understand.
And
you're a green, which I don't seem to understand. So
yeah,
I would look at this, pick a name, because I don't care, and move on. And that's it. But also, I'm very phonetically inclined. So look at that name. I mean, actually, Hallie.
Oh, Holly
is probably what I would have went with.
I didn't even think of Holly.
Thank you. You're welcome.
So, okay, so yeah, that's one trick you could go with is going phonetically, but she's not a Holly to me. That character's not a Holly.
But that's the great thing about blues is we can make them whoever we want and we're okay with it. 2 seconds, we pick it and we move on with our life.
Yeah, see, I have an issue. Character names have got to fit the personality of the character. Yeah. They have to. Yeah, it drives me nuts when a character name does not fit at all.
It really
irritates me. I'll even mentally change the name in my head to fit the character.
I mean, think about, we talked about last week, Javi. His name is probably not Javi.
Yes, okay.
Because it's Javier.
Yes, the book Beast by I think it's A. Zabarelli, who we get to meet. And I'm going to ask her when we're in Vegas this year, I'm going to ask her how she pronounces, or when she wrote the shortened version of Javier, and we've for years have been calling him your Javi. Is it really Javi or is it Javi?
I'm sure it's got to be Javi, but I'm looking at it and I'm like Javi.
Maybe she calls him Yavi.
Maybe.
I mean, maybe we are way off the mark.
You could be right, but honestly, I picked a name and I went with it because that's what I'm not going to get
hated
stuck
that
on.
Guy, and yeah, and then I just rolled with it because I thought it was hilarious. And the hard J was he was Javi.
He's Javi.
He was so
freaking Javi. Like, how many times do we say that? Freaking Javi.
Freaking Javi. Like, Yeah, every character you hated from then on out was just, he was a jobby.
He was a jobby. Yeah.
Yeah. So in your world, then it doesn't matter how to say a character name or
Nope.
anything. You just see it, you say it, and you roll with it.
Yes, but I do have a weird name thing that you probably maybe would think is just weird because it's different from yours. Like, I don't care what you call it. But like, if you gave me, I'll give you an example.
Please do.
So I had a friend who started to write a book, and they gave me the first chapter, and it was a smut book, and kind of went right into it, right? Good. And they kind of just wanted me to show me, not even really critique, even though I had a gazillion critiques, but I didn't give them any of them because I was just like, I'll be nice. But it was Bob and Susan.
Ew.
Bob and Susan getting it on.
That's a comedy cartoon.
You don't name cool ass fucking characters Bob and
banging
Susan.
God, no.
Like, I am not gonna get turned on by anything Bob does because his name is Bob. I
immediately go to a vibrator. Your battery operated boyfriend from the 80s when they were battery operated.
Thank you. Like, their names have to be cool.
Okay, so I'm going to agree with you on that 100%. Like, they cannot
whatever
be
a cool name is.
But there's, so CM Stunich, I really like following her on Instagram, and she does the same thing on TikTok and Facebook and all that stuff, but she does these little blurb interviews, and I can't recall who it is that asks her these cool questions. And at one point someone asked her where she comes up with her character names, because she doesn't want to use common names that everyone else is using.
Right.
And she said that she likes to go to really old cemeteries and get them off of headstones.
That is fantastic.
I was like, wow, that would make sense, because in the Havoc series, her main female character is Bernadette. Like, how, and she goes by Bernie for short. But like, that's such a old name. Who names their kids Bernadette anymore?
It's cringe.
Yeah, I agree. And I hated that character name. Hated it.
So if I have a name like that I just think is not cool in my own head, whatever in my head is cool, then I can't connect with the series well.
I changed her name.
But do you ever notice
she was just
like
B.
there you go.
Called her B.
Do you ever notice though that like when they're doing the books, the guy's got the cool name, like you got a king or knight or I don't know, just the
Nero.
cool names. Yeah. Dom.
Yeah.
But then the ex-boyfriend is something stupid like Robert or
Bob.
Logan or something that you're just like, ooh, yeah. Because all Roberts and Logans gotta be douches, right?
Yeah.
They can't be a Nero or a king or a Dom, like.
Exactly. Thank you, S.J. Tilly.
Thank you.
Yeah. No,
so the ex-boyfriend, their names are already
name.
It really is, and I am there for it.
Yeah, that's factual. That is factual.
I mean, were you one of those kids? Because maybe I'm just weird. Because we already just figured out that I was a nerd. I like to read.
Yes, you were.
But I also like to imagine, because I read a lot. More creepy stuff than like what my future husband would be and what my name would be. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna have a cool last name like Wilder. And so I'd write my name with the last name Wilder because I was like, yeah, I'm gonna have a complete cool name. I totally didn't end up marrying anyone with a cool name. But what can you say,
Look, I wasn't a reader, but I was obsessed with vampires, and like Antonio Banderas, so I was gonna marry people like that.
Right.
Growing up, and I kind of almost did. I mean, sadly, my husband's bald as hell right now, and was after it's children's fault, he says. But when
well, at least
we
he's
met,
not blaming you.
I know, for once. But when we met, he had really long hair, and I was like, oh,
really?
Really long hair, and I'm like, yes, my vampire.
Yeah. Interesting. I can't. I would have to see pictures. I can't picture him with long hair.
Yeah, loved it.
Yeah,
loved it.
Yeah.
So my vampire love.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, he wasn't by any stretch of the imagination, and I was extremely goth.
But okay, so you didn't even take your husband's last name, did you not like it?
He has a very cool last name. But I never, and I'm not a feminist either, but I never intended to change my name because I was born with this last name and figured, why the hell would I ever change it? This is who I am.
Okay.
That's literally, I hate my first name.
Okay.
I've never liked my first name. Which is funny because it's my husband's first name.
Right.
Too.
Is that why she didn't change her last name?
No.
Because that would be too weird?
No, we share a first name, but it's so, I don't know. I've just never liked it.
I think mine's just so common. Like, you heard a gazillion times in the hallways.
Which is why, when I was nicknamed Pixie, I don't even know, had to have been 15 years ago, it just stuck.
Okay.
And I've rolled with it since, and that's just what I've been called forever since.
Okay.
Thank you, Beverly Brown. Shout out to you for that.
Bev.
Yeah.
Early.
She
would kill me if I called her Bev. I remember that. Thank you.
You can call her Bevmo.
Bevmo.
Bevmo. But yeah, she was the one that gave me that name, and it stuck, and it's just who it's not because I'm pixie-like by any stretch of the imagination. It was because when I had long hair and I literally whacked it off super short, she's like, oh my God, you have a pixie haircut. And she started calling me Pixie. And I was like, okay, we'll take it because it's better than what my real name is.
So you just ran with it.
I did.
Okay.
I did. So that, and I, like I did at my birthday at work, I've trained everyone else to call me that too.
Yeah.
Yes.
You have. Yeah.
That's just what I do.
Well done. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. So are there any other character names that you have come across that you're like are weird, you hate, can't say? I mean, we already discussed that you don't care, but I have a whole bunch I could tell you about.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, this is
it's a thing for
you.
It's a serious thing for me. So
such an odd thing to be a thing in my mind.
It's such. I know for you it is. So the other one is. Do you know the book Fear Me by B.B. Reed? Remember when we read this 8 million years ago?
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, it was a great one. Well, the main character, the guy who's super hot. In my opinion, because he's friggin' psychotic, and man, he was.
So
mean.
That's what she looks like. That's what she looks for in a partner.
Yeah,
psychotic.
He's psychotic. He's mean. He's such a bully. God, I loved it. Anyway, the spelling of his name in that book is Keiran.
Kieran.
That's what you would think, right? Mm-hmm. That's how you would say it. But the real way to spell Kieran is Kieran.
Mm-hmm.
So why did we have to flip those two letters?
But how else would you say it?
I don't know. I'm just saying that's
Kieran?
Who knows?
Because I'm phonetic, so
yeah. Well, I went ahead and just listened to the audiobook of it because I just literally yesterday because I'm like, it's free.
Okay.
And it is Kieran. But I'm like, why are we trying to get creative in the spelling for that? Why? So that irritated me.
Okay.
I mean, I was okay with reading it though, because there was really in my mind no other way. I just mentally just called him Kieran.
But maybe she's like you said, these parents are getting weird. So she's like, okay, so that's what this generation's doing. So let me speak to this generation and get weird.
So my daughter has a normal name, but I did add another letter to it.
Okay.
But there's a reason for it. It wasn't because I was trying to be like, oh, I want to get creative, whatever. She was my last kid, my only girl. And I said, okay, I have females in my life that I got to cram all of their names in to name her after them. So I took two of them and put their names together to create hers.
Okay.
So it's, Larissa, but it's with a U. So Laurissa.
Okay.
Instead of Larissa. So there's a U because there's Laura, and then the rest of it we don't talk about. Yeah, we won't talk about the rest of it. She's angry at me for that one, and I regret it now. But we won't go there.
This is what happens when you name people after people.
Yeah. Well, if I could see in the future,
right,
things would be different. So, okay, so there's another one. Let's see. Let's see. There's a lot. Okay, this one is also a famous actor. And this actor, I was saying his name wrong forever until I figured it out. And people go either way with this one. So this is from the book The Hunter, The Boston Bells, #1 by L.J. Shen. The spelling is Cillian.
Killian.
Right. I was pronouncing it, well, Killian. It's actually Cillian.
Is it Cillian?
People go either way.
Okay.
The actor goes by Cillian.
Oh.
Cillian Murphy. But in the book, I haven't looked it up, so it could be either. It could be Cillian, could be Killian. I haven't listened to the audiobook and I haven't plugged it into Google. But that's what I'm saying. You have this spelling and it could be said either way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's no phonetic thing. There's no legend in the book.
So you just pick one and then move on with your life.
You could. It depends on your feelings for the moment. Like when you're reading it, how does that character, does he feel like a Killian or is it a Cillian? Who are you going to connect it to?
Well, I'm pretty sure, remembering the book, he would definitely be a Killian.
Mm-hmm. Well, okay, synopsis. He's a hunter and a sailor clash in a forced proximity romance dripping with tension and dark secrets.
Definitely a Killian.
Well, he could have started as a Cillian, and then when it got to those dark secrets, maybe then he became a Killian. I don't know. You see what I'm saying? It's all about your mood and how he fits the character and the role. It's rough. Living in my head is rough sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, I've always kind of thought you needed help. But yeah, this, you're let's just be honest. Some of this, you more than we read the darker stuff. And you're yeah, the darker the better. I'm okay with things that I'm oh yeah, trigger warning, I'm out. And you're oh no, give me more.
Yeah, speaking of trigger warnings, I was just explaining to my parental units about trigger warnings and how I was creating one for the beginning of our podcast, and she said, "What do you mean trigger warnings?" So I was listing them off, and she goes, "Oh." And I said, "Yeah, they're just like what's in a book." And I was reading them off to her, and I said, "I just think they're funny." I said, "Not that they're funny. I just said I don't have any triggers at all personally. But some people out there, and I haven't experienced any of these traumas to have a trigger. I mean, potentially if I did it, I'd probably have no heart, and that my heart is so steel trapped up that I probably wouldn't affect me anyway." Because I do have childhood issues, but I don't.
Don't we all?
Yeah, I don't. None of this stuff. That's why it's like drugs. You start with the marijuana, and then it's not enough, so then you go do a little bit harder stuff, and then you end up you're freaking doing heroin by the end of the year. That's what these are like to me.
But
I started with Twilight, for crying out loud.
That is a big leap. I mean, Stephen King.
So I'm reading Green Light by Jesse Hall, and I'm going, that's pretty crappy. That's this is dark from open to end. What else you got?
But with all of that said, the names,
yeah,
how to pronounce the names is what's gonna throw you into
a spiral.
Yeah,
those are triggers.
That's your triggers?
Yeah.
That's your trigger.
They bother me.
Huh.
I know. That's an issue. It is an issue.
You are an oxymoron.
A little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
No. No.
It is, like I said, it's all about how they spell it. Why do they gotta get weird with it? Let's make the crap easy. Not that I don't know how to spell and read stuff. I can use context clues and figure things out, but can we just be basic with names? They could be cool names, but can we make them easy to say? Okay, Court of Thorn and Roses by Sarah J. Maas.
Okay.
Did you read that one by chance?
I have not.
Okay. So I've only got through the first one so far and it was good, and I've heard the rest are even better, which I'll get to them, but I really appreciated the fact, and that's fantasy, that she had a legend of phonetic spelling of all their character names.
Really? And
Yes.
so this you liked?
I did. I wanted
Okay.
to just eat her up for doing that.
Were they weird names? Is that
Not
why?
all of them, but some of them were a little bit out there.
Okay.
And I don't have a list of those names right now, but anyone could go look them up. But I loved the fact that she had that, and it was, and she did it in the beginning. And even, I think in the first chapter or whatever, when you came across that first character, she had in parentheses how to say that name. So you would know for the rest of the book how to say that person's name. I think more people should do that.
I think you think all people should do that.
Probably.
Unless it's Bob and Susan,
Unless
and we
it's
know.
Bob and Susan, because, I mean...
Then we know.
Then, yeah, or if it's... I mean, I can't say that, or if it's, you know, Kieran or whatever, Kirill, because people will think, oh, well, everyone knows how to say that name. No, we don't know how to say all names.
Well, and especially if you're translating these probably to different languages and such.
Yes.
Like they don't, maybe someone in a different country doesn't know how to say Kieran, because that's...
Yes, and maybe that's not even a word
Yeah.
or anything. Those letters don't exist in their language. Who knows?
So I can see where legends would be helpful to these
Thank you.
people. These
Yes.
anal people that it
Yes.
bothers.
Yes, it has issues because they play an important role in the book.
Well, yeah.
So I need to know how to say their name, and then that way I can decide if it's really an accurate name and that fits the character.
But
I live in these worlds, you know.
we read these books because these are fantasies. This is our
What?
safe fantasy.
They're fantasy.
Well, I mean, have we met any of these guys? I have yet to have anyone stalk me.
I don't know.
Just saying.
No. I mean, I've lived in these books so deeply that when I come out of it, I have to shake myself physically and realize, whoa, I thought I was actually in those woods running for my life or whatever. Like, I feel like I'm there.
But then, like, they're our fantasies because we're the ones imagining this stuff as we're reading it, right?
Yeah.
We're imagining it. So
Yes.
I could read the same passage that you read, and we might imagine it differently.
So I am Lake Monroe being stalked and bullied
Yes.
by Kieran and Fear.
So then just pick a name that goes with whatever fantasy you're
That's what I
you're
do.
doing that
I
day.
do.
And then move
But
on
sometimes
with your
in the-
life.
But sometimes in the beginning of the story, it's too early.
No.
It is sometimes.
And then okay, say you picked Hallie. And then
Well, it's
chapter
definitely not Holly.
chapter 8, you're like, no, she's a Haley.
That's what
then
I've
do it.
done.
Then make the switch and be done with it.
I do.
No, because you still can't decide what her name is.
See, I know.
You can't figure it out.
I know.
And I'm going to call her Holly just to piss you off. Because that's how I roll.
Oh my god. Oh my god. So, yeah, and the sad thing is Sam Mariano's not going to be in Vegas this year for me to ask her.
Can you
And I should have asked
email her?
I could. And I should have asked her when I met her last year, but I was so like
Oh, yeah.
flustered and was
Yeah.
like trying to figure out the whole book convention thing as it
Yes.
was.
Which I'm so glad you will be my guide
Oh
this
god,
year.
it'll be such
Yeah.
an amazing guide
Yeah.
for you because that what a great experience, and I can't wait to do it again. Cannot wait. That's where many of these fantastic books came from. I got to meet these lovely authors. They were so cool.
I'm
Cool.
excited for you.
Yeah, but this time it'll be better because we're actually going to talk to these authors and not like push through. Like,
Okay.
we're going to have a conversation
I love this.
because now we're going to be launched and we're going to be like, hi, we're Pixie and No-No from Heat Between the Sheets.
Yeah.
Here's our business card.
Have you heard of us? You should.
You should have.
Mhm.
And this year they're gonna have all those really cool mixers now on that Sunday, which it's at a new boutique. That's not at the hotel. That'll be exciting.
Yes.
I looked into that. So anyway, back to the names. I don't even care what the author's name is. I don't even know how to say half these authors' names,
No.
and I'm okay with that.
No.
I just want to know about these characters because I am a part of their lives.
But you
think
know
I'm
the
best friends
authors'
with them.
names are probably not real. The majority
That
of
is
them.
true.
So then why do the character names have to be real?
Because
Pick
those
what
are
you
my
want.
best friends. And I should know how to say my best friends' names.
So they're your best friends. Pick the name that you want for your best friends and move on with your life. Yeah.
Well,
Did I just change your world?
a little bit, but today, for example, I may feel like she's Hallie, and tomorrow she might be Haley.
And it's your book. It's your fantasy. Do what you want with it. If you want to change her name every 5 seconds, do it.
What's his name? I already forgot his name. I was so fixated on her. I don't even have it written down. What do you remember his name?
I don't.
Hated him. It started with a C. I have it.
You should look.
Hang on. Let's look.
Yeah.
I have it.
Because for me, like,
Because
there's very few.
He was another Javi for you.
There's very few that I will remember their names. Like, just because I'm learning that I'm kind of terrible with those things. So
Calvin. Okay, I'm going to tell you right now. I hate that name.
Me too.
I'm going to tell you, I do not feel connected to a Calvin.
I hate him because he became a Javi.
He was another Javi to you. I absolutely loved Calvin.
I know. And I was perplexed by you.
Yeah, I know you were. He's...
Because you spun this book to me. This is Untouchable, but the adult version.
Because it
You're
is.
gonna love it. Same author. Adult version of Untouchable, which you know that I did love.
It is.
Because Carter redeemed himself. Calvin never does.
He does.
Not for me. For you, I know he does. For me, he's a jobby.
He does.
He's jobby.
He buys her the world.
Jobby.
I just didn't like his name. I don't know, it reminds me of that little cartoon that pees on things on the back of cars.
Because he's not right. He's an ass.
Calvin, he's a sociopath.
Yeah.
That's okay.
No.
He's not a sociopath to her, really, kind of.
No, he raped her in the beginning of the book.
But like
Sociopath.
we said, she didn't really say no.
Pretty sure she said no.
Not in that room.
No, she said no.
She did not.
Totally said no.
She didn't.
We're going to reread this.
We'll have a new conversation after we read this. I've read that book 5 times. She did not say no.
Oh, you know, I'm not even going to look at the camera right now because I do not want the people watching this to be like, oh, she's one of those girls. You know, it doesn't matter that she was shaking her head or, you know, whatever she was saying. It wasn't clear enough, which I'm pretty sure she said no. She said, I don't want to do this, or...
I think she did.
You just don't want her to, because you like this fantasy.
No, she didn't say no.
Okay.
She should have never even gone there, though, either.
I mean, truth.
She's stupid.
Truth. And what was the boyfriend's name? It was probably like Logan, right?
Oh my God. Let's find out.
because it's stupid.
I
They're always terrible.
He did have a stupid name. He
because
did.
they're always douche canoe names.
Oh God, what was it? It was so bad. It was I could probably look it up online faster than looking it up in here. I want to say his name. It was like a Robert or something.
Right? It was
Roger.
the typical douche canoe boyfriend that you know that
Jackson.
Oh, see, I do like Jackson though.
that is a
That's a pretty good
better
one.
name than Calvin.
That's a pretty good
But
name.
it is, the way he's portrayed in that book is so douchey.
Mhm.
So douchey. Don't. Ugh.
Poor Holly.
She was a better fit for Jackson than Calvin. I'll take Calvin. Hi.
You can have him.
Hi, Calvin. You available?
You can have him.
What's another one? Let's see. There's okay, so the other characters from Twisted Pride, the Kimura Chronicles #3 by Cora Riley. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I think this is easy to say, but REMO.
REMO. That could really go either way.
Mm-hmm. How would you say that if you saw that? Yeah.
Remo.
Oh.
Would you say Remo?
I would say Remo. You could even say Ramo.
No, I'd probably go Remo.
So you're a Remo and I'm a Remo. Interesting.
Yeah.
See what I mean? And I mean, there's so many ways you could do it. And so the synopsis of that is Serafina is kidnapped by Remo,
Mm-hmm.
a mafia capo leading to a dark enemies to lovers tale.
Okay. I got one for you because, you
Okay. Bring it. Yeah,
ridiculous topic.
It's not ridiculous.
Nikki Hall, the wild card series.
Oh.
Rule breaker. So this name, and this was after you said what we were going to be talking about.
Okay.
And I was like, yeah, I don't have a problem with names. And then I saw this name and I'm like, is this one that I should
This
have?
is Nikki Hall, you said?
Yeah, Nikki Hall.
Okay, I like Nikki Hall.
I was like, should I have a problem with a name like this? Because it's 2 letters. And so I looked at it for a few minutes and I thought, okay, so I'm just going to do what I normally do and pick one and move on with it. But the letters are V-I. What would you say?
Vi.
Okay, I would say V. That's what I called her the whole book.
You
V.
called her V.
Yeah, not Vi.
Oh, because see, I would have thought it was short for like Violet.
No, that's the thing.
Her whole name is just V.I.
Mm-hmm.
What book is this?
This is,
Well, I know I haven't read this one.
no, because it's a little sweet for you. This is the Wild
No
Card
wonder.
series, and it's Rule Breaker.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I mean, I like Nikki Hall. I've
Yeah.
read some of her
Yeah.
stuff.
Because
I must have read the darker stuff.
This is one of the sports ones.
Got it.
Yeah.
There are some sports romances I like, but I think I like it when it's the bully ones.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
you do.
enemies to lovers or just outright bully romance of the sport world.
Yeah. Well, I'm reading one now, and so like again, I'm kind of looking at this now that you kind of brought this to my attention, but still, it doesn't bother me. I pick one and I move on. Well, I'm reading one called Tracing Scars, and the female character's name is Rena. Well, would you go with Rena or would you go with Rena?
Oh, see, depending on the context of the story, I'd probably call her, because see, it's spelled differently than the author Rena Kent, which is Rina.
Mhm.
I'd still probably call her Rena.
I went with Rena the whole time. Rena.
Huh.
Yeah.
So it'll be a whole nother podcast topic when we do this, but I had recently downloaded Audible. Yes, and I started listening to audiobooks.
I'm sorry.
Yes, well, it's beneficial because I wanted to be able to listen to a few of the narrators that are going to be in Vegas when we go, so that I would be like, hey, I listened to you. Okay, cool, like whatever. And then I thought, well, this would also be good research for podcast purposes. And that's why it was cool that I was like, okay, I know we're talking about names. I'm going to listen to Fear Me because that popped up. And I'm like, oh, that's one of my names on there. And they did pronounce it Kieran. So I'm trying to find books that I've like heard or read before so I can listen to it and see if any of these names pop up. And I'm like, oh, so it's super new to me. So I haven't gotten through a whole lot of books, but it's really hard. Audible's not... I wake up and go, oh God, how many chapters did I just sleep through?
Well, nothing against you, Audible people.
Not at all. That's
good for you. Or maybe you have like a commute when going to work, and this is where because I listen to Reddit stories on my commute, which is not a very long one. So
like all 5 minutes of it.
Yeah, like. So that's what I do, but I just can't do Audible. I have to visually see it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I zone. So that's why I'm doing Reddit stories, because I can listen to those and kind of go in and out because I zone.
Well, certain narrators are super good and all, but I found that their voice, their talking is very soothing.
Night-night. Yeah, night-night.
I literally did it last night. And that's why it's okay for me to listen to books I've already read.
Okay.
Because it doesn't matter. I've already heard the story. I know the story. So I was listening to
Okay, that makes sense.
Fear You, second book of B.B. Reed last night. And I woke up and I have no idea last night how many chapters I slept through.
Because you don't even remember where you left off, right?
I have no idea. No idea. I mean, I've fallen asleep reading, but yeah, that was pretty funny. That was pretty funny. I've discovered that about myself. But then I put on even the Grey Wolf series by Quinn Loftus. Have you ever read her? That's surprisingly sweet stuff. Shifter Wolves, young adult.
Oh, maybe I have. Then I'd have to look.
It's really good. I really like it. It's kind of like Twilight level. Like it's really like high school level. Like there's no sex really in it.
Oh, then no, I haven't read it.
Sorry, there's not. But I really like the storyline. Diane actually introduced me to this years ago, and I'm like, oh, let's listen to that. I put that on for about 2 minutes and then turned it off because the wolves are from another country. I want to say they're from Romania, maybe, and they came to the States. And the author, the narrator, is trying. It's a female doing the males from another country with this accent, and I'm like, nope, not doing it.
Absolutely
I cannot. I couldn't even.
Not.
I'm like, no. Because when I read the book, I put my own accents or voices in my head. So hearing someone else try to do that, no, can't do it. Can't do it. Yeah.
Do you have any more names on your anal list?
My major names, no. But hey, do you remember when we went to Sacramento last year and we met Megan Brandy and Sophie Lark at that the little bookstore, little meet and greet and Q&A and all that stuff. And when we were in line to get our books signed by them, we had little post-it notes with our names on it so they knew how to do it right. And I'm like, I'm going to put Pixie on mine, right? And Sophie Lark was like, oh, Pixie, is that your real name? And I was all, no, but that's what I go by. And she's like, I think I'm going to use that in one of my books. Do you remember her saying that?
No.
And I go, okay. And so now I'm like dying to know if she's ever going to use Sophie. Have you done it? So, and every time in Vegas, when I was there last year, she was there. She'll be there again this year. Her line is so long. And since I've already met her, she's like low man on the totem pole to get to because I've got to get through a lot. But if we get a chance to go see Sophie Lark and talk to her, I got to ask her, hey, are you ever going to use Pixie in a book or have you? And if you do, can you hook her up with like a really dark stalker villain guy who loves her and adores
who loves to rape people?
Yeah, she's cool with rape scenes. It's totally cool as long as it's a HEA. It's got to be an HEA.
Okay.
And like I can't have a bad ending. Like she's got to have a happy ending.
I mean, sure.
I mean, we can make it a series even.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's got to be dark. And he has to have a cool name.
Like Calvin. That's what you get. Jobby.
No.
You get a Jobby.
I don't. We can oh, you know what I do like?
Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
From the Bonds books.
Don't you do it. Don't you take my bond back. Don't you do it.
I love Griffin.
Oh, no! Griffin's mine!
You can have him, but I love his name.
Yes.
I love his name.
You can have Knox. You get Knox.
I love Knox.
Knox is more you.
Favorite.
Yeah.
North and Knox.
Yeah. Knox
the
is
brothers.
You. He's dark.
He's
dark.
hella fucked up. He is so fucked up.
Yep.
I'd take him in a heartbeat. And the name is so cool.
It is a good name.
North and Knox brothers. Yeah, he's fucking mean. I mean, a fitting name
for those two. I wouldn't even need twins. I would be okay with brothers.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
because North is so domineering. It's hot.
And Knox
Suits
is just
and shit.
Dark.
Knox is just fucking mean.
Dark.
And dark. And the freaking darkness that they carry in them. Oh, I love it. I don't really care for the shifter kid or Bassinger.
Gage.
I'm not a Gage fan. I don't even like that name.
Yeah, it's not my favorite.
I mean, not that if you've named your child Gage, that it's an issue. I'm talking.
Look at us being all judgy.
We're listening and judging. We're talking book characters, people.
Yeah.
Not real world shit.
Because they gotta have cool names. They have to have
And
cool
Gage
names.
is fine and all, but Gage didn't fit that character.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm talking about. These freaking character names have to fit their personalities. And for some reason, Gage wasn't fitting for a shifter that shifted into literally everything under the sun. Literally. It just...
Yeah. Until the dragon. And then that was the trump card.
That was the trump card for sure.
Like, we could literally talk
You
about
needed-
this series.
That's going to be a whole book. Yeah, it's a whole podcast in and of itself.
Yeah.
Might even go for a few
Because
episodes
we have
long.
to figure out who our bonded group is, who our book boyfriends are.
I probably have too many. I probably sound like a whore.
Well, if the shoe fits,
I'll probably have new ones each episode. I mean,
Right.
Jesus. You want to go
I
that
added
route?
this to my bonded group. It's number 127.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, so I have a game I want to play with you.
Oh, Jesus. I did not have any
I know.
heads up on.
You didn't. You had no idea this was coming. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, so this is Name That Name.
I'm gonna be so bad at this.
Maybe.
Totally.
So I'm going to show you and our audience the name. And but before we do that, let me just tell everyone some tricks that you can use to figure out names when you're reading. If you're not listening to an audiobook, obviously audiobook is one way to figure out a name, which we've decided. Check if the author has provided a pronunciation guide. Like many writers, especially genres like fantasy, include these in the book, like
Which
I
makes
discussed
sense,
with
yeah.
Sarah J. Maas in The Court of Thorn and Roses. Sometimes they have it on their websites even. So if you really want to stop your reading and go do the research, there you go.
Wow, 5 seconds of your life. I mean, if it bothers you, that 5 seconds.
I mean, I might actually start incorporating that kind of crap in my life.
Right.
Like, yeah.
I mean, if it's bringing your stress level down, I say do it.
It might.
Yeah.
It might. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I'll test it out, okay? Break it down phonetically, like you were saying. Jobby. Like the Haley, Hallie, Holly.
Yeah, Holly. Uh-huh. You're
Okay.
welcome.
Context clues from the story. So maybe using the setting, culture, language influences, etc. That might help. And then lean on audiobooks. Look for root words or origins. So identify if the name borrows from a real language or mythology and apply that language's rules.
Or let it go.
You could let it go. I can't.
Because it's just a name.
You
Pick
could,
which one you
if
like.
you want to really get into it, you could go to Ask Fandom, check fan forums, Reddit, your buddy Reddit.
I do love me some Reddit.
Or social media. Sometimes like authors' sites and stuff, they'll have those forums and discussions. Even X, the communities will have fans, and literally they've done this. I've seen it on a few on Facebook. A few people have had discussions about pronunciations. I know it's not.
There's
just
more.
There's more of me
of
out
you?
there. Yes, it's not just me. There are many people out there that have the same issue on how to say names.
Okay.
Not everyone's blue. No. Some of us are green and gold even.
Should be an orange.
And so there are some oranges out there. A little bit flighty. And then you can make it your own. Like we've said, reader's privilege. You know?
That's what I do.
I've done that, like I said. If I don't like it, I'm going to change it. If it doesn't fit, make it quit.
What? What was that?
OJ said something. If it doesn't fit, make it quit.
I don't think that's how it goes, but
Something like that.
if the glove
Oh.
don't fit, you must acquit.
Oh.
You were like, you just threw an OJ Simpson
See?
in there.
I just made it win. I just made it work. However I saw fit.
But yet, she can't freaking figure out a name to her liking. That's what's going to drive her crazy. Wow.
Yes. Yes, this is true.
Wow.
And you can spot silent letters or fantasy twists, so watch for deliberate quirks like silent letters or apostrophes, common in speculative fiction. So those are some tricks you can use if it's really bothering you like it does me.
No. Okay. I hope that helps somebody out there.
It will. I guarantee you it will.
Okay.
And there's probably some kind of website for people who are stressed out over this too that they go to, like a helpline. No, maybe we'll create one.
Do you guys have a support group?
Maybe we need one. I mean, anything's possible.
Okay.
All right, so are you ready for this game?
Sure.
Okay, so I'm going to show you and our audience a name, and I want you to tell me how you think it is pronounced.
Great.
Okay?
Oh, I'm scared.
Hey, I worked hard on this.
Okay, I love it.
Okay, here's the first one. I'll show you and then our audience.
This is not a name.
It is actually a character name. Zsadist. How?
Sadist.
This is pronounced Zadist with a Z. The S is silent. This is actually from the book Lover Eternal, The Black Dagger Brotherhood #2 by J.R. Ward.
Okay.
Yes, that is a real character name.
That's a verb. Or an adjective, or whatever it is.
Yes. So why that's weird, the ZS combo is rare in English, and the name screams brooding antihero. Perfect for a tortured vampire with a dark past. You love it.
Yep.
Are you ready for the next one?
Yes.
Okay, here we go. Number 2, Drystan.
Drystan.
Okay, let's see.
Phonetic, people.
It is Dristan.
No, it's not. It's Drystan.
That is how you say it. That is the phonetic pronunciation is Dristan.
No, the phonetic is Drystan or Drystan. But
it is from the book Wicked Abyss. Wicked Abyss from Immortals After Dark #17. It's one of those books series that goes on for 8,000 by Cresley Cole. Why it's weird, a twist on the Welsh Tristan. The dry prefix adds a harsh, almost desolate edge, suiting a demon king in a dark romance.
you should have used your
I know,
creepy old man voice.
My editor can take care of that in editing. Okay, here we go. Number 3.
Vecner.
Vrekener.
Who comes up with this kind of
The
name?
authors. The authors are doing this to torture us readers. You're welcome. This is pronounced Vrekener. I think it's German. I don't know. That's how I see it. It's German.
9.
Nice.
Oh my god.
You were in Germany once. Is this not German?
When
This is not
was I in
I
Germany?
don't know. Wasn't this a military thing? You were in Germany? I feel like you were in
I
Germany.
was in Alaska.
I
Big
feel like
difference.
that's like Germany. It's far away
Very
like
close.
that.
Very close.
This is from Dark Sky, The Immortals After Dark #14 by Cresley Cole.
Okay.
He's clearly good, or she's clearly good with creative names.
Wait, well, the author's name is Cresley?
Yes.
Okay.
There you
go.
have it.
Yeah.
There you have it. And why it's weird, it sounds like a guttural growl, and the VR start feels alien,
Like that?
and menacing. Ideal for a winged warrior in a dark fantasy romance.
Okay.
Here we go. Ready? Aren't you glad I did this?
No!
Thalassa.
Okay. Let me look at it again.
Thalassa. Thalassa.
Got one.
Thalassa. That is how you say it. Thalassa.
Thalassa.
This is from The Bargainer, from The Bargainer #1 by Laura You ready? Thalassa.
So her last name is the character's first name?
Apparently.
I love it. Good for you.
Yeah. Why is it weird? Greek inspired C in mythology. The double S and soft TH give it an ethereal yet commanding twist. Perfect for a mysterious fae figure. All right.
Calvin don't sound so bad now, huh?
Yeah, I'm starting to like Calvin a lot better. Okay, last. Oh, I forgot to print the last one.
Oh no.
That sucks. That's okay. We just won't do that last one because it's really jacked up. Or I could just read it to you.
Yeah, do that.
Okay.
Well, Calum.
Okay. Caelum. Calum, or it can be pronounced Celum. I know. And this is, let's see what it says. It varies by the reader.
Okay.
So it's one of those people who like to bounce back and forth like me. It's gonna drive us nuts.
Or the people that just are going to pick what they want and move along with it. Yeah,
they could.
Move along with their life.
It's from A Touch of Darkness, Hades and Persephone, Saga number 1 by Scarlett St. Clair. Why it's weird? It's Latin for sky. It's rare in romance, and the AE combo trips people up. Do you blend it or split it?
I kind of actually like this one, though. Calum. Like, I could see using this as a name for a kid. Calum.
In a book, though?
No, in, like, real life. Like, maybe I'll see if I can talk one of my grandkids.
Your next grandkid.
Can you pick the name Calum, and this is how you're going to spell it?
Okay, so this next one is weird.
Okay.
SGAEYL. SGA.
Okay, let me spell SGAEYL. So, like, the ending is more like a gale, but that SG. Segale?
It could be scale or scale. Scale.
No, Segale. Segale. Like Miguel? Segale.
So it's really, the emphasis is on the first few letters, the SGA. Scale.
That just doesn't even sound right.
I don't know. And this, maybe you readers out there, because this is a popular book, Fourth Wing. This is in the Fourth Wing, which is super popular. Yeah. From Empyrean number 1 by Rebecca Yaros. Why it's weird, the SG start and the AE mash up, feel deliberately alien, fitting a dragon in this dark romantasy hybrid.
Yep. Dragons are going to be named Segale.
Segale, yes. Dragons are definitely odd names because they're fantasy and they're mythical and they should have powerful names. Which is why I think Gage should have a more powerful name, but whatever. We'll get into that another day. Another way. And on a different note, I do want to mention that coming up in the near future, we're going to start having giveaways.
That's exciting.
Yes, we'll have giveaways that will include Heat Between the Sheet merchandise.
Merch.
Gift cards, and even autographed books from authors.
Wow.
Yes, that's all coming up at some point. And we will let you all know how to enter to get all of those when those become available. I'm very excited.
Perfect.
Yes. And again, all of the ways to follow us and get in touch with us are found in the links below. And you can always reach us through heatbetweenthe_sheets@gmail.com. And that is all the time we have for today's show. I know. It went by so fast.
We're arguing about stupid names.
I know. Can't wait to find out what we decide to argue about next week.
Right. It'll be something.
It'll be great, though. So, goodbye, everyone, and we'll see you next time.